All right, so we're going to get started with program one. And today I'm going to be using gloves, and I'm going to finish with the lift, and then I'm going to go into program two with gloves and finishing with the lift. And this way you're really going to get a great understanding how you can use the lift probe or you can use gloves. So I just unwrapped the Neurotis conductive gloves. And there's two things you want to remember if you've never used gloves before, okay? The first thing is soak your gloves in some water. So I've got a little bowl of water right next to me and I'm soaking my gloves. And the second is you need to wear insulating gloves because if you don't, the current is actually going to go through your hands and through your body because these are fully conductive gloves. So when we wear the insulating gloves, we stop that current from passing the barrier of our skin. So I'm just starting to put the gloves on, get hair, these on. You can get clear ones. You can get these in the first aid section. You can get also some ones from Tony. They are provided in some of his units, or you can go to the grocery store or CVS, anywhere like that. And I'm just kind of putting them on right now. I have hooked up my unit. So you can see I have my unit. One side I have the lift attachment. The other side I have attached the little cords. I'm going to do it again so you can watch me do it. You get a black little snap, and I'm going to attach the red to it, and I'm ready to get my gloves out of the water and put them on. I'm just going to kind of slide my hands in right there and into put on. My hands were a little wet. That's the bummer sometimes when you put on gloves, your hands are wet. They stay forever, they stick. Okay, so I'm putting these on. And my next step is I'm going to be putting on gel. Now, a big question I get is what kind of gel do I like? And I'm going to tell you, there's no like perfect gel. Gel is gel. It's water-based and it dries out. So you always want something that you can maybe mist some water with, or you can, maybe dip your hands in and kind of make the face more sliding and kind of reactivate the gel. Any type of water-based product is efficient, but it's really important to accentuate the clarity of the signal through making it very, very simple for the skin to receive the electrons. Now remember, electrons are invisible. So it's not like, they've got like a big backbone. So we really always want to prep the skin for success. And this can be in whatever skincare routine or skincare line you use. But the biggest is you want to have a water-based product that can carry the current. So I'm kind of prepping my skin. I am now going to attach my two ends, kind of making this. Tony just redid these cords. I'm obsessed because now they're straight. They make so much sense in the treatment room. I've got these attached and I'm going to turn on my unit. So I'm going to press. I pull up the P1, which is for connective tissue on this one. I'm going to hit the plus button. I like to go up to about 30 to 40. And oh, yes, this is so good. I'm just going to start kind of going over my entire face. Now you can see a red and a black, and the red and the black represent positive and negative. Positive is red, negative is black. So we're just going to be kind of going over the face right now, all I'm doing is just warming up my whole tissue. And I'm not too concerned about what one hand is doing over the other. Can you just see how my face is just starting to get circulated? Oh my God. This is, I'm so in heaven with this new program. It just feels so good. So I'm just going all the way around. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clean house. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of come down right underneath my collarbone. And I'm just going to place a hand. I like to almost dig my fingers right in here at the collarbone, pulling down. And now I'm just going to push to the side. I'm just going to kind of push over. And now I'm just kind of opening up this tissue. Why do we want to start here? Well, we have a lot of lymphatic ducts right here, and fascia loves bone. And everything's so forward. So fascia hooks onto this bone. So we really want to just start kind of warming up this tissue. And I'm almost just going to take two of my fingers and I'm just going to slowly massage this deep area. Now, for some of you, this may be a little bit tender, but let's just kind of move into this area, moving down, kind of circulating, kind of going above the collarbone, just warming up all of this tissue, moving my head. I always love to engage anything I can, just kind of opening this all up, coming to the other side, opening up all of this area, coming down even, just using my fingers, massaging and creating little pathways in this connective tissue to open up all of the blood flow and create space. So I come up the neck. I'm not worried about lifting. I'm just kind of creating little U shape squiggles all the way up and down, kind of bypassing the part of the sternocleidomastoid, going over the scalenes all the way up, coming all the way back to that occipital. I really just want you to kind of focus on giving yourself a nice deep massage, because when we're working this, we're really working on releasing and generating blood flow. Look at all that warmth that I'm just generating just in this area, just kind of waking up. Blood is so nourishing, and with our lifestyles, we tend to just create such stagnant, sterile spots in our body. And this generates future loss of adhesion. It's that dullness, when clients come in, many times they're like, oh, I need a peel. And I'm thinking, no, you don't. You need circulation. You need to get up. You need microcurrent, because blood is the life force of the skin. It's the oxygenation. It's the food. We hit so many life forces just doing the microcurrent. Just look at that beautiful glow on my neck just from that short-term microcurrent kind of experience. So you can continue to do this until you feel like it's nourished enough that you want to move up. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of take my hand underneath my jaw. And I'm just going to, again, take my fingertips in this area, gliding and moving. This is a specialized kind of waveform and depth that really hits all of that tissue, and just kind of spiraling around, because fascia loves to spiral and hold and grip. And fascia controls the muscles. So if we don't release all of this, we're not going to get a long-term lift. So just by going in and releasing and lifting and moving, we really get to experience, just look at this lovely flow going all the way over, Maybe I can try to grab a before picture. I didn't take one. You can just see, going in. And I don't want you to think about the old school thought patterns of what we would do for connective tissue. What I want you to think about as you're doing this is this lovely massage and this warming up. And as you do this, you start to really realize how microcurrent starts to release all of the tension. And I'm just going up all into this area, waking, and where I'm not seeing red, just going to dip this in a little bit further, going all the way in, kind of reactivating that gel all the way around the eyes, going underneath, closing my eyes because microcurrent is so good. The eye area, going up and around. And this just makes things so intuitive, doesn't it? Just so lovely, going in and out and around. You may feel a little bit of tension in that eye area. And it may even be it's a little strong for you. Like for me right now, that tension is a little strong. Oh, look at that, two sides just by doing that. Love microcurrent. I'm going to lower it down. I was on 40 and that was a little strong around my eye area. So again, you always have to have two hands placed on this area. I'm just going around in circles all the way up, holding, moving. Now, I know I've got current, so, but I don't like quote, feel it, right? I don't feel any discomfort, but I feel the release and all of the tension of this area. And I just love how that feels and just goes all around. Feel the loosening of this density from chewing. Do you know that facial muscles are involuntary to emotion? Think about that. Think about all the things that happen that we just kind of mask. And that's how we get a mask like appearance, because our skin just doesn't stop there. It protects us. It's this great big border. So I'm going up and I'm just kind of, again, I'm not doing anything. I'm just massaging the side of the face, right? Now I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to use my other hand. I'm just going to kind of come up, glide through, feeling all of this area going up. And don't you just love this? Because this is just so simple to be done with you and a good Netflix movie or Prime or Hallmark. Can we talk Christmas shows coming up? But, just kind of moving in this area. My pressure is just lightly going over, lifting, moving. I just feel like there's just so much lymph moving in between those tissues. I just love this kind of moving, going in under the nose, under the lip, kind of pressing in and up in this area, going around, maybe holding, kind of moving. So I'm just outlining and moving around this tissue, releasing all those fascial adhesions, going all over that tissue, generating so much blood flow, releasing all of that tension, all those crow's feet around the eyes, coming down, going in, Just enjoying everything. Now we're just going to quickly kind of just brush that tissue over, kind of doing all of that. A little pigmentation from a little accident when I was younger. I'm just going to kind of focus a little bit on that, kind of trying to send some blood and opening up that area to see if I can get those melanocytes kind of moving, kind of going around those wrinkles down on my forehead, going right under there, right above my brow, right underneath, lifting. And that's it. And boy, does that feel good. I'm just going to grab my sternocleidomastoid and really kind of massage that even a little bit more, going right back in the cervical vertebrae, kind of moving my head, going down, and spend just a little bit, about 15 minutes. So now I'm just going to kind of take my fingers right at the center of my jaw, and I'm just going to kind of go all the way out. I'm going to do that 3 times. And I'm not going super fast and not going super slow either. Just kind of holding. And then brush down. I'm going to go to the other side. Going over, moving that fluid in that area. I just love kind of doing all of this. The way we've set up this unit, your skin experiences every waveforms many times throughout this facial. So you don't have to worry. I'm going to set my hands here on my buccinator, kind of going out and down. And then even with the nasal labial fold, kind of moving, doing the pressure like about a 1.5, just kind of moving that superficial tissue over the muscle. I'm going to do the other side, moving this out. I just love how it feels. Everything's done fairly lightly. Now coming up, just moving it all around. You can see like a little adhesion in there. So I'm just going to kind of go back and forth, kind of, it's right in that masseter area, warming that up. And underneath the eye and over the eye, underneath the eye, over the eye, underneath the eye, over the eye, underneath the eye. And we're just kind of moving it around over the eye. Now lifting up that forehead, moving it out, lifting up, a little bit higher, moving it out. One last time up, a little higher, moving it out and all the way down. You may want to brush again towards the armpit. So now I'm going to stop using this and I'm going to start a lift program. So take a little bit of break, replay your gel, and play the next video.